Check this out. Yes, right, it's Main Blacks. I'm telling you right now, this is Red Zone. Yo, you won't believe what's happening in Virginia today nowadays, man. A lady just lost track of four of her kids. Four of her kids wound up traveling all throughout the neighborhood early in the morning. Somehow the kids got out the door. Somehow the kid was walking in the street. And somebody found them and then called the police. It's getting ridiculous. Children, you got these people on Section 8 who don't give a damn about their children. They don't work, and the more we had this generational welfare in this country, the more the people are seeing their children as paychecks, and now it's a new level. They just don't give a damn about their children anymore. They don't keep track of them whatsoever. Four of them walking around the neighborhood, unsupervised. And people are seeing this. Children walk across the street. It's mayhem. It's anarchy in the neighborhood. Chaos, mayhem, and anarchy in the hood. There is no supervision of these children. They raise these children to be animals. I'm telling you straight up. And they raise their children to be animals and be rough and be tough and all that stuff like that. Have them cursing you out. Little badass little fucking kid. Little badass little kids. And a lot of them are like that. Especially in the Section 8 welfare generation. And the more and more that you get this generational welfare thing going on, the more and more I feel that black women who are in charge of these kids don't no longer care about their kids, so they're likely to supervise them, likely to buy them clothes, likely to buy the necessities to take care of the kid, have them in good living conditions and stuff like that. It's some of the times, a lot of times, the sisters they just be taking the money that they get from their boyfriends for child welfare services or child support, which is supposed to go to the kid, and welfare, which is supposed to help the kid. She takes in her pocket, goes out to party, and buys the latest shit. Don't get me wrong. The sisters, they actually dress their kids in the latest stuff, but the problem is the love there? Well, not in this story. It's not as simple as that. We leave weird kids out in the neighborhood. I don't know how he got past the door. I personally think the only way they could have got through that door is the parent helped them get through the door. But that's what happened. And we're going to check this out and see what the heck happened. And I will come back to what I have to say.
Mother is facing child neglect charges after police say a 10-year-old boy was found on Tidewater Drive before 5 this morning.
Police charged 34-year-old Joy Hairston with 4 counts of child neglect. 10 on your side's Brett Hall joins us live. And Brett, there are 4 charges total, so tell us why.
Well, there are 4 charges because 4 children found without any supervision. 1 in the early morning hours, even before the sun came up, along this busy stretch of Tidewater Drive, and then 3 more in an apartment. And we will, sorry, we don't have the story for you there at this time, but to continue on, there were police called to this scene before, according to neighbors, and police also confirmed that. They say one of the children, the neighbors now talking, actually has some disabilities. They believe that is the child that was found out along Tidewater Drive. We actually now do have the story for you, and here it is in its entirety. The sun wasn't yet up when police say somebody spotted a 10-year-old boy walking alongside the 2300 block of Tidewater Drive. They soon found out he lived not too far away in this apartment on Washington Street where neighbors say
very troubling to understand that.
They aren't surprised to find out police found a 13-year-old girl and 2 infants, also unsupervised.
There's always a lot of kids over there.
Sharino Gibbs lives in the same building and confirms 34-year-old Joy Hairston does live here. Police now have charged her with 4 counts of child neglect. Gibbs says she believes the 10-year-old found wandering the streets has disabilities.
She'll run out the house all the time.
And she says it's not the first time police have addressed the situation.
It happened like maybe a few weeks ago. It was a whole bunch of police out here, and they did give her son back to her because she came walking down the street around, I don't know, 10 o'clock, and the police were over here for hours waiting on her to come back.
In this case, police say Hairston was at work when they contacted her. Gibbs says she would like to see something done so this doesn't happen again.
Maybe social services will get involved and they understand that she should not have children over here.
Hairston is now out on bond. We did try to contact her to get her side of the story. We were unsuccessful in doing that. Police tell us the children are now with another family member. Now, coming up all new on Wavy News 10 at 6 o'clock. How old is old enough for a child to be left alone?
Too on the sister who was getting the interview, but she seemed a little weird in her talk. I mean, it's kind of like a whitish thing she got going on in there. Some of our people do that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And they start talking white. You know, don't get me wrong. I know I talk correct English without cursing, but sometimes it's too damn obvious. But you know, that woman should not have any kids. They should take the kids away from her. There's no way a kid should be wandering the street while you sleep in your house. It just shouldn't happen. Alright? It takes 2 to raise family. And people don't understand that shit ever since Section 8 came along. It's ridiculous. I mean, a woman cannot raise a kid by herself. And I do believe that. Women cannot raise a kid by themselves. I don't care what you say. Now, my mother raised me, and she ain't had nobody, but she had my grandmother. God rest her soul. And raised me pretty good. Pretty much. And stuff like that. It's a touch and go situation. Misery is everywhere, man. Sometimes your kids can be your misery, and you just let them walk out the door, and you think you're going to be relieved from your misery, and what happens is more misery replaces what you tried to release. This is Red Zone. Next show.